Welcome to ILTV's Insider. I'm Aaron Porras, and before we begin, I want to again remind you about our all-new streaming platform, ILTV Plus. Head over to ILTV.tv or to your mobile app store and register today to see all of our full newscasts, morning briefings with Chana Rifkin, and tons of new and exclusive content, all commercial-free. Full episodes of ILTV content will unfortunately no longer be made available on YouTube and on social media. Now, our main topic tonight, Sudan falling to yet another military coup. Sudanese General Abdel Fattah Burhan placing the Prime Minister and other top officials into detention and announcing that the ruling transitional government will be dissolved from top to bottom.
ستتولى إدارة شؤون البلاد حتى موعد الانتخابات حكومة من كفاءات وطنية مستغلة يراعى في تشكيل هياكلها التمثيل العادل لكل أهل السودان وأطيافه وفئاته. سنحرص على إكمال مطلوبات العدالة والانتقال، مفوضية صناعة الدستور، مفوضية الانتخابات، مجلس القضاء العالي، المحكمة الدستورية، مجلس النيابة قبل نهاية شهر نوفمبر من العام الحالي.
Mainly peaceful protests descending into chaos, unfortunately. Reports abound of armed forces cracking down on protesting civilians as a state of emergency is put into effect.
اعتقلوا الوزراء، اعتقلوا ناس من مجلس السيادة، ده انقلاب تامي حرفيا واحنا بنرفضه تماما. ترجع للوثيقة الدستورية وتراجعها وتسلم الحكومة للمدنيين، وترجع للوثيقة الدستورية وتفك الناس اللي حبستهم ديل وترجعهم لمناصبهم ويستغيل البرهان. المطلب الأساسي بقى في الشارع استغالة البرهان.
يضربوا رصاص طلق بتاع الصوت، يضربوا البومبان، ضربوا رصاص في اثنين وقعوا ديل ماتوا، أنا شفتهم بعيني. وفي بتاع تاتشر وطلعوا واحد عديل ورجعوا فيهم مرتين زول، ده ثالث واحد.
أنا ماشي بالشارع بس الطريقة جاتني.
Comes next for Sudan, and how will this affect Sudan's growing international relations, especially following the signing of the Abraham Accords? Joining me to analyze is former Israeli ambassador to Egypt and South Sudan and former director of the political planning division within the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Chaim Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us. And then, of course, we also have Robert Sullivan, deputy editor of the Jerusalem Strategic Tribune, president of the Inter-Jewish Muslim Alliance, and former United States diplomat. Again, thank you both so much for joining us. Now, I want to start actually with some recent history. This is not the first time that the country has gone through a regime change, especially not even recently. What is different this time exactly? What is the military's main grievances? Ambassador, I'll start with you.
As you're well aware, this government was created after the fall of Bashir in 2019. And in fact, the military people are more powerful than the civilian wing, as I call it. And it was expected that Abdallah Hamdouk, the prime minister, would represent the civilian wing, which is more for improvement of human rights, trying to attempt a situation for better economy, because his background as economist for many years and his ties in the UN and other international bodies and so on. But there were many disagreements between those two factions. And in the end, the Sudanese people are not extremely happy with the government because they couldn't see immediate improvement, both in economy, both in relief in human rights situation and progress in their daily life. So what happened is that in spite of disagreements, around 2020, Hamdouk and Burhan and Hemeti succeeded to get kind of a situation that they agreed to disagree of most of the issues in order to promote Sudan to a certain stage that it would coming back again, a country that moves ahead for a better economy and improvement of its governing system. Right. Now, I would say tackled with few with few difficulties because from the beginning, the people who disagree from the civilian part felt they have enough power to influence more on the behavior of the government, while the military wing, with more power, thought that it would lead Sudan for a better future. Now that accompanied with many, many problems, such as in June the 3rd last year, opening fire to demonstrators in Sudan near the palace of the president, and so on. But basically, the declaration of the military, Burhan, and the others were, we intend to do anything in order to promote Sudan, and they did. They succeeded to.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Robert, I want to bring you into the conversation because, I mean, from where I'm sitting, it sounds like Sudan made some really great leaps and bounds forwards. The signing of the Abraham Accords, the removal, at least from the United States, of Sudan from their terror support list of countries, and hundreds of millions of dollars in aid that was pouring into Sudan from Western countries, including from the United States, which are now being put on hold because of this coup. So is the military right to a degree, Robert?